Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Allotment of the Dead. So the chilli season is well and truly on its way. I've probably spent the last 3 or 4 days planting all of my chilies out here in the polytunnel. Didn't quite realise quite how many I had until I started planting them, and even after I finished I still didn't know how many I had until I counted the number of pots that they came in. So let's show you this. Okay, so that's all the pots from planting out the chilies, different sizes, so little ones as well. And there is, at the last count, about 390 pots, which means I've got 390 chilies in these polytunnels. So I think you can see kind of the job I've done on these. So I probably did these ones about probably 4 or 5 days ago, and sort of like Monday, sort of Sunday, Monday time last week. It's Saturday again now, so we're kind of a full week after. So those were the space chilies. We've got basically animal varieties of chilies all over the place in here, and interspaced or interplanted with some penny oil as well, in the hope that I can try and keep the ants activity down a little bit. I give these a little bit of a feed yesterday with chili focus. So these ones here are the vampire chilies. So we've got the vampire on the end, just here, and then we've got the Dracula, and then Nosferatu on the end here. Doing really well. That feed I gave them yesterday looks like they've all perked up a bit as well. Sweet peppers on the end here, and again varieties of different ones here. So this is the Onza, that one with that lovely furry, I think you can see it there, nice furry leaves and stems. Guano malata, one of those ones that basically just makes loads and loads of branches, these little nice little purple flowers, and then a variety of other anums. A few Chinense varieties in with this lot, but most of these are the anum varieties, and these are all the darker coloured ones. So everything from kind of pink tiger, Hallows Eve, up to the 7-pot purple mumps, and some blood ghost. These absolutely really dark stems on them, really pretty. And I've interplanted again with the hanging baskets with these are the scented pelargoniums. So these are all pelargoniums where the leaves are actually perfumed. So this one's a rose one, proper actually in your face rose smell to this, and you get these lovely little flowers on it as well. And got a nice Wisley nemesia in the middle. You got that nice vanilla smell from those, especially in the heat. And then there's this oak leaf pelargonium, which is it's kind of got like a cedar wood smell about it. This one over here, I think is the cola variety. Yeah, that's Coca-Cola smell. Again with some more Wisley. I put the Wisley pretty much everywhere in the plot. That vanilla smell that you get from the Wisley vanilla is absolutely fantastic. And again, the pelargoniums here. This is again another one of the Coca-Cola ones. Really gorgeous smell. And I think these ones over here are the orange variety. So the leaves are proper in your face orange, that kind of citrusy orange smell, really nice. So that's the planting up I've done in here. Just show you kind of what's going on with this little seeds I planted the other day. Looks like I've got a little bit of droop here. I came down quite late in the day here. Normally I come down first thing in the morning and open up. I'm quite late in the day here, so I've just given them all water and I hope they'll come back. These are the Bolivian hairy chilies, the ricotta kind of type chilies, and also this ají carrot charapita. Supposed to be one of the most expensive chilies in the world, basically because it costs so much to actually harvest them because they're tiny. So all of these I'm actually going to pot up into separate pots, and they'll be in the polytunnel still, but I'm going to pot them up. So seedlings wise, so these are the beans. I've kept them on this shelf to try and keep them away from the mice and rats that we know unfortunately are down the plot. So we've got cave beans, succotash beans, trail of tears, the dragon's tongue beans over the far side there, and I think I'm getting some signs here from the independence beans as well. So yeah, we're going to get some really nice produce I think from these. I do need to clear the plot where these are going to go eventually, but I'll be doing that. So these are the melons. I've replanted some. The ones I've got, some of them are okay, but I think they got a bit leggy, so I planted some more. I've got some acacia coming up, a couple of trays of acacia, and then these three here and nasturtium, so they'll just starting to come up as well. So we'll put some of those in some hanging baskets kicking around. Sunflowers all coming up nicely now. Not too far behind for sunflowers because they do grow quite quickly once they start growing. Some spring onions, again coming up nicely. Beetroot, and this one on the end here, I've started some fennel. I do want to try and grow fennel this year. I did have some luck last year, but I planted them too late, I think. It's about 40 degrees in here, I think. Let me just check. Oh no, it's gone down to 30, so we're okay, we're safe. We're not going to die, hopefully. But you can see that top temperature, 42.6. I'm just going to clear that, so see how far down it goes overnight. Okay, we'll go into the other polytunnel. So that polytunnel there was quite dark because we've still got that soot damage, unfortunately. I tried, but I couldn't get rid of most of it. So we've got the lovely glory lily growing over here. I've got one on that side as well, so I planted some more bulbs on that side as well. Unfortunately, the tub fell off, ended up all over the floor, so I've had to replant it. So it looks a bit of a mess there at the minute. Got the other set of stage in here. So this was basically where the chilies were with the cover on. So I've taken the cover off, but I think in the short term I'll use the staging while I'm bringing some seedlings down. We're having our kitchen done, so unfortunately we haven't got much space at home. All of the stuff out of the kitchen is literally everywhere now, so it's going to be something I'm probably going to need to do and start all the seedlings down here. So it should be fine. There's plenty of space in here, just amongst all the chilies. So you can see here, these are all the these are the ones I call the Russian roulette chilies. So all numbered 1 over in the corner there to, I think it's 31 or so, which I think is around here. 31. I think that's 31, yeah. 31, and then this one was 32, but I've actually given it the chili roulette label. Not sure what any of these are at the moment. Hopefully as the pods grow we should have an idea. That one might be jigsaw because of the colouring. Absolutely gorgeous. The leaves are purple as well. Fantastic colouring. And we get again some of these darker colours from some of these chilies. So there's a few darker chilies in this lot. Might be a reaper in there, we don't know. Again, we'll find that out. Again, so these are the Chinense varieties of chili. So a lot of different kinds, Orion, and again Potmark Peach. I've got over 100 varieties. I know I started with 180. Not 100% sure exactly how many varieties managed to make it through. I will do a count at some point, but it's too damn hot to actually do it today. I think I'll be in here to do the video and then not much else, I think. At least until I give them a little bit of feed. So I fed the other ones yesterday. I'll feed these today. So I planted up the rest of these yesterday. So I've put them in. I've given them a bit of a water, and I'll give them a bit of a feed today. These lovely, beautiful ones on the end here are the variegated chilies. So we've got two of the Uchi creams either side. And again, that jigsaw, which is why I think that one over there is a jigsaw, because you get that nice purple colour into the leaves. And this variegated leaf, it's almost camouflaged. And this year I have one set of chili grows. Can't afford much more than that, to be honest. These are massively expensive. I've made a right old mess when I put it in as well, so I'll give these a spray off eventually. Just clear some of the stalks, because I've topped them with stalks just to make sure that it helps to keep some of that moisture in. I suppose that's the equivalent of putting a lid on them. And then either side I've got the Dragon's Breath chilies. So these are from, again, red dragon seeds. Either side. So these are kind of around 2 to 2.5 million Scovilles when they eventually put out their pods, hopefully. Around the same as a Reaper. And then again, another lovely Uchi cream in the middle here. Absolutely gorgeous colour into it. So that was the largest one out of the plants, which is the only reason why I put it in the middle there, really. I was going to put my ricotta peppers in there, but I'm going to pot those up separately, just to try and get them overwintered. This corner here, I've still got one chili left to plant. I'm going to probably plant it there. That corner there is the mama section. So we've got big black mama, we've got big yellow mama, we've got big mustard mama, and I think there's one solitary big red mama, yaki blue, so it's kind of a cross there. But this is, yeah, the mama section. And we've got some nice red Savina. So the red Savina was a habanero chili that's been sold in Tesco's for quite a while. They started selling them there as a hot chili. I think it's around up to 1 million Scovilles. I think it's kind of in the definitely in the hot range. They do get some really nice pods on them as well, so should be very, very nice. And again, a mixture of other Chinese varieties. We've got things like Genghis Khan, this really nice little chili plant there. Hopefully it'll kick off now I've got it in the ground. Leviathan, gnarly scorpion. The pods of that are supposed to be really, really wrinkly, really gnarly. So hopefully we should get some really good pods off these. And then this is the scorpion section. Again, we've got some yellows, some chocolates. Should be very, very nice. And then just your basic habaneros. So we've got the habanero chocolates, we've got the reds, and we've got the Harold St. Bart. And there's a little rogue couple of mustards that I left in. This was from when I planted them in the winter. I've had a couple basically germinate now, so I think I'll leave them, let them grow a bit. I think they might be Southern Giants, so I'm not going to let them get too big, but yeah, self-seeded is always nice. And the area here that I've left is an area I think I'm going to probably try and plant some cucumbers. I wasn't going to plant a massive amount of things that climb in here. I was going to have the melons in hanging baskets in here, and that will probably still happen. But hopefully I'm not going to have anything that's going to block too much light out, because chilies, as you guys that grow chilies are aware, they do need quite a bit of light. So that's kind of where we are with the polytunnels at the moment. they are kind of utility vehicles for a lot of things. People with polytunnels know that you can actually have quite a bit of produce in polytunnels, and it usually grows quite well. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments saying they're really close together. I've grown them like this probably for the last six years or so. I do feed them quite regularly, and the ground as well this year. I've had a completely new fertiliser I've added to the ground before I planted these. Let me show you what I've planted these actually in. Bear with me. Okay, so this is something I bought from Amazon, and it's Guanco powder. I don't know whether any of you guys can actually read this bottom corner here. It's actually back guano. So and say people have said I'm batshit crazy for growing this many chilies. I think I finally took that to its full meaning of the word, and I've grown them in batshit. So they are quite high in potassium. I think it's potassium. Oh, it's the phosphates actually. It's quite high phosphate fertilizer. The stems and the roots of these hopefully should really take off in the ground here. Not used a lot of the powder. It's like I say, it's in powder form. It is quite a fine powder, and you don't need a lot of it. So no smell to it. It does really nice. I've mixed it in with a few of the hanging baskets and stuff like that as well, just to hopefully increase the roots and the stems, just to give them a bit more strength and viability. So it's really hot in here now. I think I'm steamed up. Yep, I stuck these on my head for probably about 5 seconds. Right, so that's kind of what the polytunnels are looking like at the moment. Plenty going on in here, and there will be more. I'll probably put some flowers in here, marigolds and that sort of thing, just to hopefully try and keep some of the little pests and things away as well. Anywhere where you've got a marigold, generally things like black fly and stuff will go for them before they'll go for your chilies. And again, it's the ants is the issue in these polytunnels. Anywhere where there's heat, especially of this nature, they do like heat, and they'll actually search these places out quite readily. Right, so that's all for today. So we'll see you on the next video. So all the best. Take care. Bye bye.